Okay, we're going to look at managing your events on your website, modifying current events, and also adding a new event. So once you're logged into the site and you're under pages, you want to navigate over to your upcoming events page, or you can also just use your menu bar at the top. So I've already done that. And you'll see that since I'm logged in and I hover over this page, I get a little menu bar here. So I'm going to click on Manage Events. And I'll see here on the left my list of events that have already been added to the site. But as we discussed before, we want to modify the current events to add some more details. So we're going to look at the Volcano Days, and I'm just going to click on the event here, and I get two options, edit or delete. So I'm going to click on edit. And it's going to pop up this new window, which is my actual event itself. And you're going to see here you have lots of options. Don't let that overwhelm you, as you don't need to use them all, but there are some that are very important. For example, if we want to set this event to be happening on Friday beginning at 6 p.m., I'm simply going to click down here on the time, and I'm going to type a 6, and I'm going to click on the AM, and I'm going to type a P, and that is going to adjust my time. And then I can come over here and edit my end time. And let's say that's going to end at 9 p.m. So that easy to adjust your date and your time. We also want to give our website visitors some indication of what's going to happen at the event. And just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to type here, come see NAJAM at this year's Volcano Days celebration. And you can obviously go back and edit that however you want. You can add links or photos into this description, just as we explained in previous videos on how to do those. Now, one thing we want to make sure always is that we've selected published. If you're working ahead and say you get caught up and you don't have time to finish, you can always save as a draft. Or you can also schedule the event to be published in the future, similar to Facebook. But for now, we do want to keep this at published. We also want to let people know where they need to go. Before we get to that, there's an options tab. You can add a thumbnail image. Now, we're not using the box calendar format, so that's really not applicable here in our list view of the calendar. So I wouldn't worry about that screen quite yet. But over here on location, this is where we want to put the location of our event so that it populates on our event listing page. So here we would want to say this is at Mount Wood Park, and we would want to include the address. Now, the map is picking that up. It looks like a little bit, and I don't have the address offhand, so we'll see. Oops, maybe because I put Mountain Wood here. We'll just put Mount Wood Park in Parkersburg. You get the idea that this is where you would list the full address. And I'm going to come down here and click Save. And now you will see on our event page, as it processes, that if we go back to, we're going to expand our window here and refresh the page, what it is working on. If you'll give it just a second, you should see the changes that we made. So here you can see that we added, and this is sort of a weird view here. Let's go back to the whole list. We could actually make each event have its own page if we had a lot of information to share. Don't foresee that being the case with your site. I apologize, my internet connection is running a little slow this morning. So here we go. Now we can see that we've added our times to the event. It looks like I messed up the date when I was revising, so I'll go back and change that. But this is our description, and we also now have a link to a map because we added an address. So that is how we edit the events on the page. Now, quickly, I want to show you, if you wanted to add a new event, you're really going to use the exact same method. You can hover over and choose Add Event, or over here on the left, you simply click the plus sign, and you're going to get that exact same box, this time starting from scratch with your event title, your date, your time, your options across the top here. So play around with that. Let me know if you have any questions, but you should be good to go on editing and adding events.